Hello, YouTube fans, here again, and I figure why not do this one, being as it is the time of the month, being Friday the 13th. I had an unlucky month today myself. Probably told you that a little bit, probably want to do Peter news. What a fucking Friday the 13th I had. But that's not why I'm speaking. Why I'm speaking is because I'm going to do a comparison of the 2009 Friday the 13th and the classic one being the 1980 Friday the 13th. Where can I go? Where can I go? Now, you know I hate remakes, you know I fucking despise remakes, but on this hand, I actually like this one. I actually like the 2009 one, and I'll say why. There's some positives and there's some negatives, but I'm still going to get on with the film. So first we'll go for the 1981. The producer does would work with Wes Craven on another film, that being The Last House on the Left, very disturbing film, as we all know, was banned in the UK for a number of years. And at the time, he was doing a lot of comedies, a lot of mild films, and a lot of kids' hockey films. And he realised at the time more people were into slasher films, thanks because of the success of ROE. He wanted to make his own scary horror film. So he decided to do Friday the 13th, and the rest is history. Now we get to the 10E9 one. The success of all the Friday the 13th with Jason, yes, they decided to do a remake. They was hoping at the time when they did Freddy versus Jason that it would make a franchise out of it. They was going to do other ones, whether it be Pinhead, whether it be Ass, whether it be Michael Mathers. But sadly, it didn't make as much money as they was hoping it was going to make. Even though they sponsored it, they promoted it, it didn't make that much money. Those they did two remakes. One of Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake, which I think sucks ass. I think it's fucking shit. And the other one being Friday the 13th, which I actually find is very good. That is a good remake. That's how you do a remake the right way. And it's one of these. It's one of these. Is it really a remake? It's those bits from the original. And I just thought they sort of just sold the original ending of the first one, the original one. The bit where Nancy King as Alice is running and the Muffers down to attack her, and that's Adrian King, boo, Nancy King. Adrian King's running as Alice, and she gets that Bissetti as she cuts her fucking head off. They should have sold that instead of having these unknown wooden actors. Well, I get it, it's a remake, it's got to be its own film. I like the fact it's got a bit of news to tell. It's just sort of like a love letter to most of the Friday the 13th. And when you think about it, some of the kills are a bit ballsy in this. You got one dude, he's putting her on a sleeping bag, he's burning her, he makes man taps. It's very offend the remake. A lot of people had problems with him running, people had problems with him making man taps. But to me, a lot of people seem to forget that most of the Friday the 13th, whether it be number two, whether it be number three, especially number four, and most of the other ones, he made man taps. He made man taps. He made man taps in number two. He made man taps in number three. He made man taps in number four, the final tap, to where he uses one of the lads and he boards him up on the door so the door can't get out. So he made man taps. I don't get why people were whinging saying he made man taps. And at the end of the day, I also like the original Friday the 13th. I like it for the practical death scenes by the legendary John Tafina. And I know, it took them this to show the one with Stephen Peaking after his bonking scene, the one that gets the spear in the neck and blood comes gushing out, which I do believe John Tafini did that effect by sheep's blood, and it accidentally broke, and he had loads of tire and blood all over his face and all over his body. But that's its balls. That's why I love practical. And this is why I also like the 2009 one, because it never had any shitty CGI. The death scenes, the scene where the naked girl is in the water and she's hiding in this bitch, she gets a spear in the head, she gets a spear in the eyeball. Most of the death scenes, just like the classic 1980s one, are practical. I like to loot the film for that. Now, there are bits I'm going to be nitpicky with the 2009 one. The nitpickiness is there's a deleted scene where one lad gets his head cut off and it shows him how he gets the hockey mask. Why the fuck did they delete it and have a shitty scene where Jason's got a bisetta and he's slicing and dicing him? I do like the fact they do bring back the bag on the head, which is a love letter to that one. being the second Friday the 13th. And but I just felt they should have just kept it because there was behind the scene footage of the 2009 one. Now he gets the hockey mask. I just wished it just been faithful and not chickened out as having, and I'd get jump scare, shiced by a fucking Bissetti, and that's it. I just felt the head being cut off and him putting the hockey mask on was a better death. And my other issue is this. Shaky fucking Tam. See, I didn't make me fucking Tam the jump then. I didn't even mean to do that. There's too much fucking shaky Tam. That's me doing my reviews, doing all this and bobbing and weaving and looking like I'm jerking off. Enough for the shaky Tam. Why do they do that in all the films these days? And action films where they're shaking the Tam around like the fucking Tam the man's having an epileptic fucking fit or he's having a fucking ham sandwich. Seriously, why do they fucking do that? That's my only two nitpicks, apart from some scenes where it's a bit dark and the jump scare scene, the dive copy from that and the tacit original one. Did we really need a boo-hoo, boo jump scare at the end of the 2009 one? But the rest of it, I didn't mind. Do I think the actor is as good as James Otter? Now people can complain, but let's not forget in a lot of sequels, it wasn't always James Otter who played Jason. It wasn't. And compared to the one in Freddy vs. Jason, I think he does a better job. There you go. The original one again, the 1981, I think Patsy Palmer, the old lady that played Jason's mum, may she rest. She's not done a bad job, but I've got to admit the sequels with Jason were a lot better. Because I never really bought this oldly lady there, I think at the time was 50 odd, doing all these killings, hiding under the bed with the spear in Jeff and Peaky's neck of this bonking scene and all that. I never bought this oldly lady doing all these murders. I felt, you know what I mean, but that's just me being nitpicky. But Patsy Palmer, I know she had a lot of shit, may she rest in peace. I know she had a lot of shit when she did the original Friday the 13th. A lot of people were booing her and hooing her. But at the end of the day, to me, my eyes, she was just an actress doing a job. She was an actress doing what she gets paid to do. She's doing a job. She's doing acting. It's not like she went out fucking on a killing spree for real. Give me a fucking break. It's a mover. It's a fucking mover. But, you know, she got a lot of shit from all her old fans because she used to be this nice, you know, the woman next door sort of woman. How dare you make disgusting movies like this? It's like, give me a fucking break. These people who wins and mine like that really, really get on my fucking tits. Wins and mine, and it's a fucking film. It's a film, you don't like it. It's not your fault, eh? Don't fucking watch it. But it is what it is. But yeah, I also think Friday the 13th is a classic, and I also think the remake is also a good one. Is it as good as the original? No. Is it as good as the sequels? No, but I still think it's a good one. I like the fact the director, the producer, made a remake from a classic, and he made it his own. Didn't make shot for shot, and like most fucking remakes, didn't make the character the shit bag. Didn't fucking have mummy issues and all this shit. I also like the original one, Friday the 13th. It was a murder mystery. I like the socks, which they did PP socks. And you don't see the killer until the end, which it does was a love letter to Baptismus. And I believe was a love letter to the original Halloween. I like that. So, fuck it. Without a do, I did the original, the classic one. A 10-star rating because it's a classic. Fuck it. I'll be generous. 13 rating because it's an unlucky number. It's a lucky number for that film. And I'll also give the remake because this is how you do a remake the right fucking way. And it didn't deserve the shit it got. It made man tops. Jason's running. And it didn't fucking run in some of the other ones. Give me a fucking break. So I did that one because I think it deserves it, and it's an unestimated film, and it's how you do a remake the right way, which is not always a boo-hoo remakes. An 11-star rating because it doesn't deserve the shit it got over the years. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.